All right, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing our next video after the series finale for The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live. In this one, we're going to go ahead and give our thoughts on the No Season 2 for The Ones Who Live, one-shot deal, event series, event season, event show, and is this the final time we will see Rick lead a Walking Dead series? Oh, awesome, dudes. So finally getting around to doing this video with you guys. I want to do it for a couple days, just busy with everything. We got quick thoughts out there on Sunday after seeing the Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live series finale. Got to see all of your guys' comments, tons of comments from you guys. Love to see it. Feel free to add to them here in the comments below how you felt about the series, The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live. So far as we know, no Season 2 for The Walking Dead Ones Who Live. Not a multi-season show. One-shot deal. It sounds like most people are in agreement that it looks like what they did is they set out to, finish off Rick and Michonne's stories in the Walking Dead universe because we didn't get to see them in the original Walking Dead TV series for its ending. So they set out to do a one-season, one-shot deal for The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live. AMC had said that they're going to be doing the 6 episodes, so it sounds like they had a lot of ideas and a lot of things they wanted to do. Some awesome stuff with General Beale as a villain, some great stuff with the CRM, but they had to basically cram in what they wanted to get done in those 6 episodes. Originally, if you guys remember, Gimple had pitched this as a trilogy of movies in terms of the ideas that they had for this. And I guess if you count the runtime of the 6 episodes, you could kind of see that maybe it could have worked as a movie trilogy. But, due to demand and how there was the shutdowns and everything else that happened, they opted to go for a streaming series instead. This is what we got to see for The Ones Who Live. We got to see the conclusion for Rick and Michonne getting to, spoiler warning, return back and see Judith and RJ by themselves. Nobody else was there. So a lot of people are thinking, we'll probably see, Rick reunited with Daryl, maybe at the end of the Daryl spinoff series, Daryl Carroll, and some of the others possibly as well too, maybe Morgan. But would that be in the capacity of Andrew Lincoln as Rick as a series lead, or would that be in the capacity of Andrew Lincoln as Rick in more of like a cameo, one-shot kind of appearance? Based on everything we're seeing right now, based on what you guys are saying, and the announcements from AMC, it sounds like this is probably it for Rick. This is probably the last time we're going to see Andrew Lincoln, reprise his role as Rick in a full, like a series lead capacity. From here on out, probably just small cameos, unless AMC decides to, maybe get a little, excited from all the interest from The Ones Who Live, and decides to do maybe another Walking Dead, combined series later on where you have the others kind of come back into it. But so far as we know for now, that's it for Rick, that's it for Michonne, and going forward, the expectation should probably be, unless there's a big announcement, we're probably just going to see them in small cameos of a couple minutes here and there, possibly in the other Walking Dead series that are still running. Now, if you're not aware, there is Season 2 of Daryl and Carol series, Daryl Dixon, which is like, they're calling it Book of Carol. It's basically a Daryl Carol, series now, going forward for the Daryl Dixon spinoff series. Going to be including Carol a lot more going forward. We don't know how many seasons they want to do of that, but Season 2 it has been renewed for. We're going to get to see that this summer, I believe. And Season 2 of Dead City. Dead City has also been renewed. Going to be getting to see a second season of that. Probably later this year, next year maybe, depending on when they get it done. And I think that's it for now for Walking Dead for a while in terms of what we can expect to see. I hope that you guys enjoyed The Ones Who Lived. I hope it lived up to your expectations. I would say for me, it didn't quite live up to my expectations of seeing Rick return and everything, because it was something that was cooked for so long. By the time we finally got to see it here, only getting to see those 6 episodes and having it, really the only characters from Walking Dead really in it being Rick and Michonne as far as the leads go. Jadis is a villain, fine. Gabriel returned. You got to see Judith and RJ for 2 minutes at the freaking end. I almost would have preferred, could they have stretched it to 8 episodes or 10 episodes? Maybe the reason why was because the budget was so high per episode. I've heard figures like $88 million an episode or something crazy like that. Like really a big deal. But why is that? Is that because they needed to do this big stuff with the serum and make it look so awesome, which they did. It did look like a movie, but is that also because having Andrew Lincoln and Denai Greer agree to return ended up being pretty damn expensive, and as a result, they were really only willing to do 6 episodes for the thing and just make them good. So I don't know, but we saw 2 seasons of The Walking Dead World Beyond. So if World Beyond had 2 seasons, and we're being chintzy on episodes with Rick and Michonne, I can only imagine, and leave your comment below on this, I can only imagine that the reason why you only got those 6 is because of budgets, because of how, the cost of getting them to agree to do it and everything, and then maybe also just due to their, their age and stuff, and having done Walking Dead for so long, this is probably all they agreed to go ahead and do. Some people calling it fan service. One of the comments we have here is from Mini Shack 631, who says, "It's nice of the actors to do this for the fans. It was rushed because the actors have moved on, and it's fan service. Do not think it will continue." And a few people responded to that afterwards. Not a bad comment there. I think you're probably right that they set out to do that. That's what AMC agreed to, 6 episodes. And that's what they wanted to do. If they wanted to do more seasons of it, I'm sure they probably could have based on the last episode. They pretty much covered a whole season of content or 2 in the final episode, I would say. I mean, you could have, I would have liked to see a whole episode of 40 minutes of Rick and Michonne returning back to Commonwealth, having everybody who's there meet with them, say hi, have dinner, do stuff like even just, I know that's weird for Walking Dead, but after all these years, I would have liked to see a whole episode of just them spending time with Judith, with RJ, Eugene, everybody who's still alive at the Commonwealth. I know Daryl and Carol are off, Negan and Maggie are off, but there's a lot of other characters there they could have at least interfaced with, or at least had a chill. They've done dinner stuff before and things like that. In Walking Dead, which actually turned out really good. So, but I don't know, maybe I'm alone in that, and you got, maybe some of you guys are like, no, I just straight to the point, get it done, and move on. Ostro1980 said, very definitive ending. That was rushed, but very good. Biggest problem is that AMC literally killed off the strongest villain in the entire series in like 2 minutes. It's true, right? Beale is at that moment right there with his army and what he has and his information and everything and security. He's the apex villain for The Walking Dead at that moment. He's more deadly and more dangerous than any other Walking Dead villain in the series. Negan, Governor, everybody else at that moment. It is a great scene. It's an incredible scene to see him and Rick. They're looking in each other's eyes and stuff, and it's almost like a predatory, what can you say, body language response. Rick's looking at him, and it's almost like you can just read his mind, that Beale can read his mind, that he starts to see that, like, this is, oh no, and then it's kind of too late at the moment. When he finds out, damn, Okafor. Awesome, dudes. King Terry says, yeah, it was rushed, but had me in tears and totally had me gripped. Yeah, I mean, I guess it's a good problem they have. I'm bitching, I'm kvetching about the fact that we didn't get to see more, right? Like, that's my big hang-up, is like, I'm angry, and a lot of fans are angry, like, it was so rushed, and so some people are calling me a whiner and stuff, right? It's like, I'm kvetching about the fact that this is all we got to see, because I wanted to see another season, or, at least 10 episodes or something. It's all good, dudes. You guys know me. I'd probably always want more, no matter what they do. Yeah, but it was damn quick to finish off that last episode. Shin Ra Ninja says, "Yep, this is it. The end. That's it. It's all over. Walking Dead is basically, that's pretty much it. I mean, if that finishes off Rick and Michonne's story, and that's it. That's pretty much it, dudes." Yeah, Rick Santos Jr. says, "Bro, I will not be satisfied until they reunite Rick with Daryl. I just won't. I really hope that when Carol says it came back, it meant Rick is back, and Daryl gets to see him when he's back from France. Please, AMC, for the culture, is what Rick Sanchez Jr. Probably at the end of the Daryl spinoff series, you'll probably see that. Who knows? Maybe they could throw Morgan in there for a scene in something, even if it's the Daryl series or something. I don't know. But I think the reason why, and I've seen interviews with Denai Guerrera and the others, Gimple and Andrew Lincoln, I think they're hesitant to say anything about the possibility of other series or a season 2. The reason why they won't just say that no, there's no season 2. They haven't come out and just said it yet. But the series, the whole first season is aired and everything, and they would have announced it by now if they were going to do it. But the reason why they won't say anything, I think, is because they have to kind of gauge how well this does. It's a big investment for them to do. If it does well enough, though, and the actors, Andrew Lincoln, Denai Guerrera would want to come back for more, then they probably could do more. But I don't know how good the story would be. It really feels like they had a few seasons here, and they opted to just do it in one season, one go, 6 episodes go. Even though like World Beyond is clearly 2 full seasons of 10 episodes seasons, clearly did not have as good of a story here and characters, and it wasn't as good as this in any way. I guess they opted for quality for the ones who live, and rather than quantity, and really just having something there that would really satisfy everybody. And I think it did. Just that a lot of us would want to see a bit more. So leave your comments. So what do you guys think? Is this the end for Rick? Is that it? Like, is that The Walking Dead's ending for Rick? It kind of feels like it is, except for cameo appearances in the future. But who knows? Maybe we're wrong, and that's not what we see. And maybe they do decide, and Andrew Lincoln does decide, to do some kind of series in the future. What could it be? I don't know. Maybe him and Michonne, maybe some others leading the CRM now. Maybe they take it over something. Maybe CRM versus Commonwealth could still happen. Maybe there's some soldiers there that find out what Rick has done or something of the sort. Maybe there's another villain there that you could do something with. But, I don't know. It really feels like to me, based on this last episode, that's because, this is the end of Rick's story for the bulk of it, for the most part, except for a cameo in Daryl or whatever. Thumb the video up before you leave. Comments below. Let me know what you guys think. Where are you at? And I'll see you guys again soon for a video. Trev saying peace there, guys. See you soon.